I welcome all of you joining me right here on Zoom, and welcome to all and everyone who is joining our group online on our beautiful app or all our social media platforms. Good to have you here on this Tuesday. As you can tell from the little ray of sun right here, it is sunny in Seattle today. When you live in Seattle, you keep track of these things. Rays of sun. We're just a minute from getting started. I invite you now to find your meditation posture. Close your eyes. And find your breath. And let yourself relax. And let go. Just enjoying the simple feeling of being. Feeling into our embodiment of life, our physical experience. Feeling into our emotional experience, feeling into our mental experience. Simply being present to what is here right now. None of it is us, and yet everything is so vividly appearing. It feels like it is us. It seems like it is us, ours, mine. Coming together in this sacred virtual space, virtual meditation hall. We come to sit and we begin our practice, as always, with a chant. A chant that means harmony, peace, wholeness, completeness. The chant Shalom. And if you're chanting with me, take a breath now for Shalom. After the chant, the body recovers naturally the normal rhythm of its own breath. Natural breath. And as always, in that moment, I invite you to rest as awareness, simply aware of however the body is breathing right now. Notice as everything is calming down, as the body is calming down, as the breath is calming down. Notice with our eyes closed how loud the mind is. And the truth is, the mind is always loud. But when we live and are busy with life, with our eyes wide open, we don't notice it as much. But the mind is always producing thoughts. Every minute of our waking consciousness. The mind is telling the story of us. As Rabbi Shapiro teaches, life is a story we tell ourselves and others. And so life is really the story that the mind creates for us. Aware of it or not, and mostly not, we think of who we are based on the story we tell. And so we become the story. But the story only exists in our imagination. The story of us. All the thoughts about our character, all the thoughts about our likes and dislikes, all the thoughts about what we believe or don't believe, who we agree with or disagree with. More and more thoughts and stories about this character, this protagonist of the story of us, the story of me. And so we live our lives inside those stories. So much so that we really don't know who we are. We don't know who we are outside of that story, before that story. So we come to meditation hoping to see if for a moment we could drop the story we could reveal who we are before the story. We could see, understand who we are before the story. But the only way to do this is to begin a process of no longer identifying with the story. Meditation offers us a pathway to do that by becoming the observer. To stop being the narrator and becoming the observer. And the observer is able to observe the narrator and the narrating. And how we become the observer is that we begin a process of being less and less and less interested in the story. Less and less and less invested in the story. Until we see the story just as an happening that we don't have much connection with. Just like we feel the stomach digesting, but we really don't have a real connection with that. We don't identify with the stomach. It's just an organ, a function of the body. But for some reason, this other organ and this other function of the body, which creates thoughts, we identify with. We say, oh, that's me. I am the stories. So the process of meditation, as we are observing and become the observer, is we grow disinterested in all the crazy stories that the mind produces. We make the stories an object to look at without attachment, instead of making the stories the subject. So rest as the observer. See all the thoughts as mere objects arising and changing. See all the preoccupations and the worldviews and the viewpoints and the to-do lists and whatever as just productions of the mind, not you. Begin the process of growing less and less interested in whatever the mind is saying. And we use the breath as the object of meditation so that we can stay with the breath and peripherally see the thoughts passing through, however loud they may be. They're not ours. And they're not interesting. We keep the mind focusing on the breath and the sensations of the breath to push the thoughts in the background. Not interesting. There are thoughts, but I am not the thoughts. My I amness exists prior to any thought arising. In fact, my I amness is the container that allows the thought to be known. There are thoughts, but I am not the thoughts. So if you're wondering what to do with all the thoughts, nothing. They're not yours. They are the production of the mind. They are uninteresting. Just objects, things. Train yourself to grow disinterested from the thoughts. Stay with the breath. All the cacophony of thinking is just blah, 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 blah. Not interesting. Just noise. Stay with the breath. Be completely curious about the breath. Give your entire focus on the breath. And gently we let go of our practice. And taking a couple of deeper breaths, perhaps, to transition out of our meditation. And letting the body stretch. As always, I would like to invite you to start relating to the thinking mind from that place, of not giving it too much credence, of seeing it a little bit more as a blah 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 machine than anything else. And we'll close today with a Shalom chant, as we always do, praying that all beings, and that includes each of us, may find greater wholeness, peace, and harmony in their heart, in their lives. Danny, thank you all.
Moda Ani, thank you.
Danny, thank you.
Modani, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Nice to see everybody.
Nice to see everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you Thursday. Well, see you tonight. See you tonight.
Madani, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. Take care.